So let me ask you, what happens after you die? This is one big, oh my God, question today. Now, I bet you don't like to talk about death too much, but I know you wonder about it a lot, right? Well, don't worry, I've got your back on this one. Keep watching. You'll want to discover my really important answer about death. You know, it's really interesting, I think, that we are all going to do it, that's die, but you don't like to think about it, much less talk about it, right? Yep, I thought so. So you're asking, what really happens after I die? Don't you think it's about time you talked about it, even though you hate it? One Sunday, not too long ago in church, I talked with them about what happens after death. Chicken crossing the road. Why did the chicken cross the road? Want to get to the other side, right? So here we have the chicken looking to the other side, and he meets halfway. It looks like the enlightened chicken, or maybe the chicken from heaven. And he asks the question, so what's it like on the other side? The most familiar passage of Scripture that promises the gift of life after death is found in John 14, verses 1 through 3. Here we find Jesus in the upper room just before his death, and what is he doing? He's comforting his disciples. He said to them, "Let not your hearts be troubled. Believe in God. Believe also in me. In my Father's house are many rooms." Think about that, rooms. "If it were not so, would I have told you that I go to prepare a place for you? And when I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back again, and I will take you to myself, so that where I am, you may be also." Here's what one commentator said about that passage. Clearly, some comforting words about life after death, about what happens after we die. This commentator said this passage reveals interesting aspects about life after death. For example, the word rooms could also be interpreted as rest areas. In other words, these rooms are not permanent, but they provide a resting place. This implies that death is really a threshold to a whole new journey with God. On this journey, we will be provided with comfort and rest along the way as we ready ourselves for the next steps on the other side. And so as Christians, we have nothing to fear from death. Let's be honest, our fear is probably dying, that part. You know, that doesn't feel good for the most part. But death is not the end. It's a doorway to something better, something new. It is always, as the picture depicts, God plus us. No matter where you are, no matter what you are going through, it is always God plus you. I hope you understand that death is more like a door rather than the total end of things. It's not like when you die, you just smack up against a brick wall and that's it. There's nothing. What you do when you die is you go through the door and there's a whole new experience on the other side. God says so. So get ready. It's not as bad as you might think it is. Have faith in God's love for you, that He has prepared a special place, or you might call it an experience for you and for everyone too. Now, that's cool. I'd love to hear your comments below. And while you're at it, please just hit the subscribe button too, because you won't want to miss my next video. Also, there's a little bell icon next there. All you have to do is just click that bell icon. You'll get notification. Thanks. Remember today, I got your back for your questions on God.